Hey Collective, welcome back to Tarot by Marie. I am Marie and we're continuing the collective reads today. We're now on the second video, water signs. That's including Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This is a collective, so again, take what resonates, leave the rest. If it came across your page, something in this message you may need it to hear, but don't make it fit. All right, guys, so let's get started. There is an overall energy today for you water signs that is showing here that there is a disconnect when it comes down to a soul level in this connection here. It is showing here there's been some blockages and a overall energy of settling and cutting yourself off from really truly having a divine real love connection here, and this is coming from unhealed aspects on both parties. I am seeing here that someone is having a very hard time with change and accepting what is really at hand here. All right, and I see there's a big level of immaturity here on both parties, for both parties to level up in a sense of facing the truth, okay, ignoring signs and being very passive. All right, it is showing with the first card I pulled out today with the two swords in the upright that you're both at this crossroads point in this connection where a wise decision needs to be made, because things are stagnant and mentally it's been exhausting. Okay, right now there's a big need to see past what it is that you want to see and really facing the reality of what's really happening here. It's a matter of boundaries, and it all goes back to self-love, self-care, and having respect for one another with serving a purpose, because I'm seeing that trust is a huge issue in this connection here, and without that, that's the base of a foundation long term, it's not going to last. All right, with the Nine of Wands upright, it is showing here that both of you have been through a lot, okay, and somehow you've trauma bonded here and found a connection here that you've both kind of codependent on each other, and both are in need of some real deep soul healing here, and this is not something that can be dismissed, okay, because you're just going to keep going round and round and setting yourself up for this connection to fail. All right, deep down inside I see there was a energy of keep trying to make it work, and you both put each other through a lot of petty unnecessary tests here. I do see both of you are harboring a lot of cold energy and very set in the ways, which makes this a very difficult connection here. Yet you both look at each other wondering why the other person just can't seem to get it together. With the Nine of Cups upright I got here, it says it's showing here that you both kind of wanted things to work out at one point, but deep down you're kind of disappointed with what it is that you got going on, and this is a matter of not really truly connecting where it matters. All right, and Spirit is trying to show here that it's time that you get it to a point where you have to connect the dots, see that you're bumping heads, it's not working out, and you got to do the work for yourself here. You thought that, I'm seeing here that this was somebody that you wanted, and now you're questioning everything. The High Priestess card upright comes out and is showing here intuitively one person here knows the deal with the other person and how they are, and they do have a higher calling here and ignoring the signs, but you can't be truly happy here if you're gonna overlook them, okay, if you got to keep looking over your shoulder with your partner. There's no trust, showing that you're trying to keep one person in check, and Spirit's saying that it's time to be smart, make wise decisions, because the boundaries are not being met. The Sun card upright is showing here that you both can't keep pretending all is well. All right, there's red flags all over this connection, and it's been waved in each other's face more than once. All right, you both deserve to be happy, but you can't truly find that happy place and happiness if you're not whole within self. All right, because you're moving both from an unhealed place. One person has more high expectations than the other, and the other one cannot meet that. Okay, and with the Page of Cups, it is showing here upright that what comes into play here is poor communication. There's a lack of direction here, and I do see it's great to hold on to the possibility, but the possibility is now becoming the reality, and it's overseeing what's really taking place here. It's a harsh reality, but Spirit's coming through, calling you out on it. And this is where you both are at in this time with this connection. All right. I see with the Queen of Swords upright that you've both been down this road many times before. And what's happening is history is repeating itself until you learn the lessons here. All right. One person is very sharp with their words, but the core issue is not being addressed. All right. And I see there's one person refusing and having a very hard time changing. I do see there's bad news and they're proving very unstable. And one person wants more than the other person wants here. With the Page of Wands reverse, I do see player energy and having a tough time giving that up. Showing here that this one person creates conflict and procrastinates because deep down inside, this is the life that they like. All right, this is all that they know. Deep down, they like to be a free spirit. They're not committal. All right, they sold false illusions here, and this is not something that they can level up to. Having a very tough time. The Three of Pentacles upright is showing this is where one person has to take control of the direction and take what they're learning into consideration here. If you want more and you're trying to build for stability long term, it can't continue to keep going like this. All right, because it's not working out here. And I do see that divine is taking a play intervention to reroute on a different direction of self-awareness and going through a personal transformation and having to face that side. All right, because it's very needed here on a soul level, that work. Next card is the Page of Swords. It came out in the upright here, showing that both parties they have been very restless in this connection. All right, all you're doing is negotiating, going back and forth to try to make this work, but it's only going to get so far, and it only has gotten so far. So being advised here that both parties need to think before they act. Okay. The Chariot card came out upright, showing here that life is a relationship game here, and sometimes that journey means that some people are just not meant to be. All right, they serve a purpose, and there were lessons here, and this is to reroute you on a self-healing journey where one can get right on a soul level and not settle here. I do see that you're both going to have to figure this out and communicate here, going against everything you are doing, and have the courage and willpower to know the difference with understanding that deep down inside you can still have a successful outcome, but you're going to have to face your fears. All right, and both the parties here have to do that. All right, the Ten of Cups upright is showing that long-term healing is imperative. Okay, it's not something that you're going to get around. All right, because you're just living in an illusion, and it might look good for everybody else, but behind the scenes it's a chaotic circus behind the scenes here. And what I am seeing is both of you are just not happy within oneself, and this comes from childhood traumas and wounds stemming from family lines. So what I do see here in the last card for today with the water signs is the Tower card. It did come out in reverse, and this is showing here that things will fall apart inevitably. Okay, all you're doing is delaying that process here, so you're both holding on to a lost cause if you're both not willing to do the work and face and own up to making change. All right, to stabilize this connection for the long term. It does show here that communication is a big problem as well here. Well, that's what I got for water signs today. Again, only take what resonates. Any healing vibes, love and light. If you'd like to book a private, I will stitch my email at the bottom of the video. Stay blessed, guys.